What is good, guys? Today I am currently at Yashio factory and I've got something to show you. I'm going to show you my new car. And here it is, a Bugeye WRX STI. But don't be fooled, guys, all jokes aside, this is not my car, and I'm sure a lot of you actually recognize this car as Albo from Drift Hunter on YouTube. This is his car. Also, just a quick plug for him. If you don't know who he is on YouTube, you should. He's pretty much Discovery Channel, but for JDM street racing. So go check him out, search Drift Hunter, but only after you've watched the video because, you know, watch time needs to be high. Anyways, he graciously lent me his car due to the whole fiasco and things with, you know, me obviously crashing my 33.4 and stuff like that. He's a really good friend and he just helped me out, and I had to get the bumper and the door to Yashio factory today so that it can be delivered to the guys who are repairing the car. So I figured while I've got the car, let's do a review on one of Drift Hunter's car, the WRX, and let's see how it goes, eh? Let's take a quick look over the car and just show you like how clean and in good condition this thing is. Like, everything about it. The headlights are freshly polished as well. I did that with him a while ago, helped him out with that. He's running some nice gold NK RPF 1s, which, by the way, this makes me so nervous when I see that there's only like a couple millimeter gap there between the brake calipers, but I think a lot of Subaru wheels are set like that anyways. The car itself is in pretty amazing condition. The body and the paint looks great. I love that he sticks, I've never seen anyone slap stickers on the quarter panel or rear quarter panel, so that's kind of unique. He's obviously got the full STI exhaust there. You can see the logo, looks mint. And yeah, overall it's a really nice, clean example of a Bugeye WRX. I'm a huge fan of the big wang, love me some wang action. But yeah, overall, I think the car is sexy. It's nice. The interior is in really good condition. Running those nice Recaro STI seats. I don't know who makes them. Was it Recaro? I can't remember who it was, but genuine STI bucket seats. Everything's in pretty decent condition in here. Running a really nice HKS boost gauge. And overall, just like I said, the interior is in great condition. Mind my bag and jacket and stuff there, but yeah, I think enough talking. Let's take it for a drive. I want to make sure you guys can hear this exhaust note. So we'll start it up and I'll jump out. Let you guys just listen to this for a bit. It's got that nice deep Subaru rumble. Okay, so let's go out, take this thing for a spin and see what she's all about. First thing I noticed is I'm sitting really high compared to my 33.4, but then again, I've got a proper Bride Z3, so, you know, that's kind of normal. But steering wheel wise and where placement seems to be, I like it so far. Quite a lot, actually. It feels really nice to drive. And let's see, how much boost is this thing making? Okay. So it looks like it's making 0.5 bar of boost, which is wastegate pressure, standard, which is good. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with all-wheel drive cars, but the car feels really, really good. Like in cornering through acceleration and things like that. I'm actually pretty surprised at how this thing handles. Like, I was expecting it to feel, I don't know, like, I guess I'm just used to driving Skylines and having that kind of like boaty feeling, but this thing feels like super planted to the ground, and it's really responsive to the steering input that I give it. The brakes are really decent too, so I'm gonna see if we can find a nice little place to just kind of like rip on it a little bit. Man, there's like no lag whatsoever, hey, when the turbo kicks in. It's brilliant. I wish my Skylines had no turbo lag. The clutch feels a bit strange. Like, obviously it's a hydraulic clutch, but just where it engages is kind of weird. And then the shifter itself is very like floppy and wobbly all over the place. Like, I give it a tap and it's just like in there. But I know that that's kind of a common thing on a lot of Subarus. So I've driven a WRX before, like the new ones, and it was pretty much like that too. When it sits in neutral, it just kind of flops all over the place. And the clutch too is, you can't really feel it too well. It's weird, I don't know. Once you're in gear and stuff, obviously like it's not an issue, but I think I would like a bit more of a heavier feeling pedal. It just feels too light. Okay, let's give it another second gear pull. Yeah, man, this thing really comes to life. I can't get over how like with the, like, it just feels so different. Every 4-cylinder I've ever driven doesn't feel this smooth. You know what I mean? Like even like SRs don't feel this smooth when you drive them. I think Subaru, like I've never really like been able to work on Subaru motors that much, or I don't have much experience with just, you know, Subarus in general. But it really feels like really smooth through acceleration and consistent. And that's something I'm not really used to, like with like an SR or a CA, right? That's pretty much the only 4 cylinders I'm good with. It just has this different vibration to it where it kind of feels weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, you know, 4 cylinders normally have this this weird harmonics issue, which is why a lot of them put like counter shafts in and stuff like that to counter it, right? But this feels really different. It actually feels really good. I keep seeing a light coming on saying IC spray. I think that's the intercooler sprayer. That's a cool feature that I'm obviously not used to too. Yep, I found it. IC water spray is set to auto, so whenever it detects me like really flooring it, it's coming on and making sure that the air going in from the turbo is nice and chilled. So that's kind of cool feature. Just looking over everything here in the car, like hazard buttons, AC control and stuff, how high the shifter is. It definitely feels like you sit pretty high up, but they've definitely got everything like in the right like height and place and location to match that height. Like if I'm leaning my hand on the shifter here, I can then just keep my palm on the shifter, touch all the climate control buttons really easily, the head unit, so that's nice. It's got the weird kind of like a combination of the round AC vents with like the normal ones here in the middle, like the squarey kind of shape ones. So that's a bit weird. I'm not a big fan of the round ones, especially like the old school ones with the small fins like this has, but it's okay. The only round ones I like are the ones like in the Toyota Echo or Yaris and the S15 Silvia, obviously. But otherwise, this car feels good, and the seat kind of holds me pretty well. It's not too bad. Kind of reminds me of a GTR seat, like a factory R32, R33 GTR seat. Feels good. I'm pretty happy with it. It just doesn't wheel spin like I want it to. I would be very interested in getting a rear-wheel drive Impreza, and obviously, you know, turning up the boost and stuff like that and just seeing what it feels like in drift. I think that would be kind of interesting, like just feeling the difference, how the motor reacts, how responsive it is, where the torque curve is. Man, there's so many cars I just want to throw on the track and have fun with and just kind of like get the hang of and just feel the differences between all the different makes and models. But this thing feels really good. Makes me want an Evo or one of these myself so that I can just have a bit of fun on like the mountains and stuff for a spirited drive, right? Alrighty, let's park this thing up. And take one more look at the outside of it, and then we're done. Oh, that's cool. What is that? When I turn off the key, it goes. I wonder what that noise was. Maybe it's just actually feedback noise through the speakers through a bad stereo install. That'd be funny. Okay, there we go. So that was fun. Car feels really consistent and good. Hang on a sec. I actually can't get over how good that felt. Like the fact, like you can really feel how the all-wheel drive makes it super consistent through turning and weaving, and just like how it feels when you're powering on. You don't have that feel in a rear-wheel drive where it kind of wants to step out, or you're waiting for it to kind of like lose grip or wheel spin. It actually feels really, really good. Kind of jealous. I want one now as just a little toy to have fun with on the mountains and just, you know, go for a spirited drive on a Sunday, Saturday kind of thing. Thing feels so good. We definitely got to experiment with Evos and these later on, except just not a Bugeye. The blob eye is where it's at, I think, for me personally. You guys tell me in the comment section, what's your favorite front end like edition Subaru? Because like I'm definitely a blob eye guy, but are you a Bugeye guy? I don't know, you tell me. But overall, I just want to say once again, massive thank you to Albo for lending me his car in this time of crisis. You know that I can't speak. Crisis. Once again, it's been a huge help being able to get the parts obviously to Okachan. It's such short notice as well. It was just so good. I think we're going to hang out later tonight, so there'll be a video about that, I'm sure. So make sure you stick around and definitely check out his channel. But with that, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Once again, thanks heaps for watching. Tell me what you thought in the comment section. If you got any experience with Subarus or anything you want to talk to me about or share with everyone, please do. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Ja mata ne.